Hi, welcome to this channel. My name is Prue Bach and I'm a hypnotherapist with my own clinic under the name Feel Good Living. In my now 28 years of being an adult, I have pretty much been in this artwork of my life, working out what good quality life is, good quality living is, and what it's all about. And for me, I understood happiness was the key. But what is happiness? How do we live it? How do we create it? What is that? So that's what this channel is about. I am currently a full-time hypnotherapist. I've been in this work as a hypnotherapist for the last 5 years. Before now, I have been a part of a collective group in a clinic in Vejle in Denmark. Now I'm out in my own clinic because I feel the need for space and evolution in my own name, brand, and working methods. Because I am much more than a hypnotherapist, also a life and manifestation coach, because now I understand so much more about we people and life and what that is. So we as individuals are a product in our own life, creating our own reality, our own experience, our own results. And I try to help people unpack what that means, how they create what they've got. And it's based on the fact that people come to me to make change. They want to stop something and start something else. Or in all reality, they actually want to change results, but don't really know what that means. But that does mean stopping something they're doing and starting something new. And in terms of happiness, that has been a path that has been initially about how to create the conditional life of happiness, which most of us know about in terms of choice of partner, in terms of, in our adult life, finding a home to live in, establishing ourselves somewhere, having a family, finding a successful job or profession, and having a happy life with friends and family and whatever else we choose, maybe travel, whatever that is as an expression for us. That's one way of happiness. And that is also a part of what I help unpack with a client, but it's also much more. And it's more the unconditional happiness that I help people realize. And this talks a lot to the knowing that Bronnie Ware had discovered. Bronnie Ware is a nurse from Australia that wrote a book about the top 5 regrets people have in their lives. And she was a palliative care nurse, helping people in their last time here before passing on and making a transition. What they reflected on that she heard time and time again as common regrets. And these 5 regrets, when I read them, thrilled me in so much as that is the core of the work that I help people look at and think about and reflect on and make changes in while they can, while life is still a life they're in and can do something about, instead of the end station on the way out when it's too late. The number 1 regret that she heard again and again and again and again, which is actually very much the core of my work, is I wish that I had had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than a life that others expected of me. If we knew how and what and why that happens, we wouldn't do it. So it's so much about the not consciously being aware. So my work as a hypnotherapist is very much about how to be conscious about the right things, to make the changes in the right places to get the results that we want. But a lot of that is very much in the unconscious, subconscious living that we're in, which is very much this automatic program that is very much a part of creating results that we don't see any correlation in and don't understand really where they come from and don't relate to the fact that it is with us. Just for a little bit of background on me and my story of my qualifications, etc. I am now Danish married and living in Denmark, but I'm originally from Australia. I was qualified and educated in Melbourne. I have a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Medical Laboratory Science. That led to me being both a microbiologist, initially in diagnostics at a hospital in Melbourne, and later on a medical sales, using pharmacological knowledge in selling medicines to doctors in medical practices, as well as specialists in hospitals in Australia. In my time in Denmark, I've also worked in microbiology as a part of diagnostics. So I've always had an interest in health. I've had an interest in success, and whilst working in traditional medicine and more conventional work, I was always interested in learning more about the other side of it, as in what is success and what is living well, and how do we play to win at this? We've got one life. How do we max it out? So I've had on the side other mentors such as Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Jim Rohn, Anthony Robbins, trying to pick up the other side, Brian Tracy, of what success is. So that I've incorporated that now today in the work that I do, understanding mind, body, health, happiness, and success. Later on, I have evolved more into mentors such as Louise Hay, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Bob Proctor, Neville Goddard, Dr. Joseph Murphy in terms of subconscious mind, and also more recently a lot of Abraham, being Esther and Jerry Hicks's work that has been so inspirational. So it's a combination of many different teachers and learning, both conventional and unconventional. And this channel for me is about paying it back, paying it forward. All this self-education and knowledge learned from so many people that have been willing to share their knowledge online, free, that has really helped move me in my life toward achieving my dreams and my success, and helping now others do the same. The reason for this channel, apart from what I've already just said, is the fact that I have clients in sessions with me. And it's very much a therapy-focused time where it's about healing the past, or it can be also about removing blocks to success where there's a limitation and we're wanting to optimize success, which I also do. But often there is a wish for an extension of our relationship where it's a lifestyle. And it's because of this understanding that our results come from what we do daily in all the small things. So it isn't the big quick fix thing, or it isn't where did it go wrong with what big thing in my life. It's actually a lot about how am I living on a daily basis with how I think, how I feel, which leads to behavior, which leads to results. And it's more of a process. It's more of a journey. It's more of discovering who I am. How do I be who I want to be to live the life that I want to live? So this know thyself and be thyself true is quite the art and quite the journey and quite the process. So a lot can be achieved in a therapeutic time with me. But this channel is both for information to help people transform at home, so you can do it yourself job, but it also is a supplementary offer to people who have been in therapy with me and understand my concepts of the lion, understand the concepts of the cat, understand the concepts of identity, the power of changing our story, that our words reflect our thoughts, and that our thoughts are the seeds to all of our life. And therefore it's a process, and it's an adjustment, and it's lots of different tips and tricks and things we can take up and try and practice and learn and make new habits around. So there's so much to tell, there's so much to share, there's so much to it, and I just have a burning desire to share. And I also have clients that have been waiting for me to get online and say, I'm on and I'm ready to put you in my ears and fall asleep to you, for example. So this channel, in terms of content, it's both me talking to you, trying to keep it real, authentic, down to earth, hopefully very clear and valuable, concise and to the point, and practical. That's why I'm a hypnotherapist. I like to take the knowledge to the how and the understanding so we can do it. Like Nike says, just do it. But if I knew it and I could do it, I would do it. So I try to help combine the knowledge, because we often know what to do or what's right or what's wrong, but it's the how do I make it happen? Or how do I take what I know and just do it? And that's the bridge that I help to create, as well as the combination of understanding this triangle of I am a conscious mind, but I'm also an unconscious mind, which is what we call the body. And I'm also a subconscious mind, which is pretty much my paradigm. It's pretty much my automatic. It's pretty much all those programs that I just automatically express without knowing. And it's also this super conscious, which is where the metaphysical comes in, which is where the Louise Hay has been a fascinating mentor, and Dr. Wayne Dyer has been a fascinating mentor, and Abraham Hicks in understanding our universal, in its universal laws as the framework to our life. And we're individuals, unique and individual, and then we're signaling out to the universe and receiving back. So this idea that we're a point of attraction and we're attracting to us, and putting all of that together in a construct that we can begin to unpack and understand. Who am I? Know thyself. And then be thyself true. What does that mean? So it's also taking the philosophical about the whole idea of, we travel the world looking for our diamonds only to find that they're within. Or being familiar with religion and hearing about the fact that we're a personality, but we're also a soul, and understanding the connection between what does that mean, and knowing it and understanding that we have something within that is a spirit, but how do we use it in our life? So this connection between know thyself and be thyself true. And a lot of that is what I hope to share with you on this channel. It's also what I involve my clients in. I'm hoping this material might also help people to share me with their friends or family, or who they've wanted to recommend me to, but just don't quite know how to explain who this person is and what is it that she can do and why is she different to a psychotherapist or a psychologist or a coach, and help understand how quickly and effectively we can make real change and live new results by working on the conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and superconscious mind all at one time. The variety of material I'm going to be sharing on this channel is going to be talking to you like I am right now. It might be using some of the graphics and illustrations I use while I'm with my clients in therapy sessions. And I understand the power of taking the complex and making it simple. As an easy way of doing that is using graphics. So I use a lot of metaphors, a bit like this one that's on the wall here of the cat and the lion, looking at identity and story, which is also on my website. And also pulling in just my knowledge from lots of different teachers and people of inspiration over time. For me, I understand success now as being in a natural state. Our natural state is health, being well-being in our body, and happiness, what we can feel in our heart. And we're either in our natural state of wellness and happiness, or we're not. But our natural state is to be happy and be in wellness. So that means that anything outside of that, such as aches and pains, or an illness, or feelings that aren't good feelings, are a misalignment. They're us being away from home. They're us out of balance. They're us not being true to ourselves. And there's always reasons why we're where we are. So I love this concept and understanding that 1 + 1 gives 2 in my understanding of this world these days, because the 2 result that we get is created by the 1 and 1 that's with us, about us, what we're doing somehow, some way, somewhere. And we're not people that have a tendency to create sabotage or illness or unwanted results consciously. But that doesn't mean we're not responsible. It doesn't mean it's not something that I'm doing. So I try to help people to understand that sabotage is an unconscious thing, and it's often a subconscious thing, but it's a real thing, and it can then be adjusted. It can be moved, changed, transformed to success. And instead of the unwanted, it can become wanted. And instead of illness, it can be, as we say in English, dis-ease or ease, illness or wellness. And to be able to see the 1 + 1 = 2 is so assuring. It's so reassuring. It's so comforting. It's so self-empowering, which I love. So being empowered instead of disempowered, and taking charge of our own lives instead of feeling like we're victims of circumstance or other people or a life that we don't understand. Be able to include affirmations, which is the auto-suggestion. What is it I'm saying? What am I thinking? What am I saying? How am I creating my programs? How am I influencing my experience of myself and results in my life without me understanding my own power? Because we are so powerful. And our thoughts are the seeds that lead to our produce in our life. Our words are creative power. Our focus of thoughts and feelings guided into a direction, whether conscious or unconscious, we are a signal that is creating all the time. So affirmations, I'm also thinking I'll be doing some meditations or self-hypnosis, doing a combination of lots of different things that I want to put on this channel. And I also want to appeal to my Danish audience. Living in Denmark, I'm a Danish therapist. I'm also an English therapist. So I want to provide both the English channel and the Danish channel in Danish and English, and also I'm available in person or online to do sessions, to do therapy, coaching, or otherwise teaching. So that's what this channel is about. Welcome to our world together. I look forward to sharing with you and hearing from you. I so much want this to be interactive, and looking forward to this journey we can take together.